Are you tired of staring at a blank screen, wondering what should I post on Instagram, or wishing you had a guide telling you what exactly to write for every single post? In this video, you'll learn what to post on Instagram for your business and a few new content ideas you probably haven't thought about before. Welcome and say hello to my secret weapon, the 9-point grid. Hi, I'm Christina Knapp, owner and CEO of Elixir Media Co. For more advice on how to stand out on Instagram in an oversaturated market, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for a notification when we post weekly. Here's how I create content, know exactly what to post, and come off as genuine and authentic. Our 9-point grid tool consists of 9 different types of posts to rotate through, so you don't exhaust your audience selling, and selling. And the first type that I'm gonna show you, 1 out of 3, is a tip. So the reason that we share tips in posts is to establish your brand and you as the expert in your field. But we need to keep it light. We gotta keep it simple, guys, because here's the thing. When I tell my clients, we need to establish yourself as an expert in your field, they give me the most expert level advice they can possibly think of. And here's why that's totally wrong, is because if you don't know anything about this industry, right, you haven't studied it, you're not the expert in it, then you also don't understand, right? You don't understand the industry terms. And when that's in a caption, you lose your audience by the 3rd word, right? And what's even worse than that is they leave feeling dumb, right? They leave feeling stupid, and no one's going to follow along and admire an account that makes them feel stupid, okay? Marketing is all about a feeling. It's a feeling that you give to your audience in your community, and the feeling that they get when they come in contact with your brand. So we want them to feel empowered. We want them to feel stronger, smarter, right? So instead of giving me something complicated and giving your audience something complicated, I want you to give them something simple, okay? So simple that you almost think, gosh, if I were to share this, people are gonna think that I'm a total newbie in this industry, right? If you think about the knowledge that you have as a body, you think about your bones, right? That's like the foundation of everything that you have. And you have like your meat, which is what people usually pay you for in one-on-ones and workshops, right? And then you have the skin, which is just that thin layer of knowledge. Super simple. That's what I want you to share. I want you to make it easy for anybody to understand. We often say if an 11-year-old can't understand it, it's not simple enough. And guys, bonus points if you can make this tip actionable. So not only sharing with them new information, but giving them a task to do that they could literally look at Instagram, read this with their limited resources, whatever they have around them at their desk, the office, at home. They could put this into action and see, holy crap, this actually works. That's how you stay top of mind, right? That's how you go from random followers just liking random things or maybe not even commenting on the stuff you're posting to people who are actively following you, actively paying attention, and are so loyal to you and your brand that whoever needs your service, they're gonna suggest you first. The second type of post that I'm gonna share with you today is a sell. And I know what you're probably thinking, right? Like, this is obvious. I've got to sell my services. But here's how I want you to do it specifically to convert more followers into new business. So when you sell, first off, I want you to think about going to a website, all right? We're all shoppers, you know we are. So say we're looking at something like H&M, okay? When you go to H&M to shop and you see a dress, what are the things that you expect to see, right? You probably expect to see a photo, if not 5. I like to see photos of the dress by itself and with people in it, right? As a point of reference. I like to see the details, right? The dimensions of it, the sizes. I like to look even at what the material is made out of. I'm definitely checking how long it's gonna take to get to me because I'm a last minute shopper. So is it 2 days? Is it 2 weeks? And the last thing that I would never purchase anything online, if it did not have, is the price. All right. Now I want you to think about how often when you talk about your services, do you include all of those things in a post? Probably not many. So how do we expect these people, right, especially people who don't already know us, to buy from us when we are unclear and don't provide them with the right information to actually make a purchase? So from here on out, here's how I want you to sell. Number one, if you are your brand, your face is your brand, then I want your face in your sell post. So always, again, if you are the face of your brand, having you in the photo, it's going to make sure that you get a higher conversion rate, and Instagram is going to push your content to even more people. So that's step one. Now, number two, I want you to lead a sell post with one of three things. Number one, a benefit, right? A benefit of what people would get from using your service. Number two, option two, is a pain point, a very specific pain point that people have that they need your service to help them with. Or number three, straight up, just like I like it, number three is the name of your service and package, okay? From there, I want you to bullet point, right? Bullet point with emojis, what is included in this package or in this service, right? So spell out those deliverables for me. In this same post, I also want you to spell out the benefits, right? How does this service and package help people? Who's going to use it? And paint that picture of what the amazing life looks like after they've gone through your service and packages. And finally, we need the price, at least a starting price point. Okay, we see a huge difference in the amount of conversions that happen from posts that look exactly the same, with A being with no price and B with a price included. We see almost a 50% higher conversion rate, right? So people from follower turning into new client or new customer by simply putting a starting price point. Now, I know that it can feel really scary, especially if you are not the cheapest option on the block. But let me tell you this, those people aren't gonna buy from you anyway, right? And at this point, we're just filtering out. And if somebody is coming through, the likelihood that someone that would buy from you sees that price and thinks, oh, okay, either I can do that, or now I know what I need to save up for, right? But the outcome is that you actually convert more people at a higher rate. Quick question, guys. I want to hear from you. Do you guys actually schedule your content out in advance? Like, do you pre-write your post, or do you just figure out what to write on the day of, write it in Instagram, and then hit post daily? Put your answer in the comments below. So, number three type of post to share on your business Instagram is the behind the scenes. But before you skip forward, we look at this very, very differently. And here's how I want you to start thinking about it too. So when you think about marketing, I want you to think about a two-way mirror, okay? A two-way mirror, like NCIS style, all right? Or Law and Order, that's my jam. All right, so two-way mirror, when you have one person looking into the mirror, they see their own reflection, okay? When you have the other person looking into this two-way mirror, they see right through it, like glass, right? So when you think about marketing from here on out, I want you to think about this person who's seeing their reflection as your audience on Instagram, and I want you to think as the person who's seeing through it as you, okay? You are now the puppet master. You are now Oz, all right? So when we're writing a behind the scenes, or BTS as we call it, what I want your audience to see when they look into this post is I want them to think, oh, yeah, cool, behind the scenes, right? She's just sharing something that she's doing throughout the day. Didn't know that they did that, right? Super simple, easy. Now, what I want us to actually be doing with this behind the scenes post is sharing something of value that goes into your service that people don't know about. All right, and here's why. So I like to think about Instagram as a party, right? It's just one big party. And if you think about if you were coming to a party in person and you showed up at the front door and then, through that door open, you don't know anybody and you just start saying, oh my God, my service is the best service out there, right? We are the best. Here's the price, you know what I mean? Like, here's everything that's included. Can you imagine if you did that at a party? People would look at you like you were on crack. I don't even know if I can say crack on YouTube, but we gonna say it. We'll bleep it out later if we need to. But people are gonna look at you like you're crazy, right? They're like, who is this girl? Why is she yelling, right? And they're probably gonna go back to whatever conversation they were having and avoid you like the plague, right? But so instead, imagine if you opened the door, you opened up some conversations with people, asked them what they did, and then, told them about your day, right? Oh yeah, earlier today last week we were just in Clearwater. It was so beautiful. Yeah, we were filming reels for our client. It took all day. Do you see the difference of those two scenarios? How one is me bursting in, looking like a maniac, right? Just talking about myself and how great I am. And with the other one, it just feels authentic, like genuine, fluid conversation. So again, when you share this behind the scenes, I want you to think of it the same way, right? Two-way mirror. I want us to just be having fluid, genuine conversations, right? Updating our community on what we've been up to. But in reality, we're gonna strategically talk about things that go into our service that people don't know about. Because I guarantee you that if you're watching this video, you are far from the cheapest option on the block, right? So that means that we need to educate people, especially people who don't know us, new followers. We have to educate them on why we are worth our value. And so this type of post, when you attract those right people and they see a behind the scenes, an Elixir behind the scenes post, it just gives them a subtle way to feel like, I'm just getting to know them, not selling, right? This is what we call subtly selling in a way that feels authentic and genuine. Now that you have those 3 post ideas, let's talk about getting you consistent in posting. It's one of the hardest things and one of the biggest pain points that I hear my coaching clients tell me, right? I need to be consistent. Right now I'm just posting daily and throwing whatever I can at the wall hoping it sticks. And here's what I tell them. You need 3 main tools to help make this happen. Number 1 is being a scheduler, okay? A scheduling platform. There's a lot of them out there like Hootsuite, Planoly, OnlyPult. My personal favorite is later.com, Later, like see you later. But what this is it's a scheduling platform that allows you to upload all of your photos, your videos, and have them in one place. It allows you to store your media and stay organized and easily see what you used and what you haven't. It also allows you to store hashtag groups so that you don't have to go searching for hashtags every single time you post. You can simply click on the group that you want, you can add it to the post, and schedule it to go out later. Another feature I love is that you can actually preview what your scheduled posts are gonna look like. So it gives you a preview of your upcoming posts coupled with the things you've already posted, and that way you can move around photos for a really beautiful curated feed. Most importantly, it gives you the analytics that you need to make sure that you can see what's working and what's not. So the second tool that you'll need for consistency is the 9-point grid. So I've given you 3 out of the 9 different types of posts that I teach my coaching clients in order to create this really well-rounded content that doesn't exhaust your audience. So make sure to integrate these 3 different types of posts with your monthly content. The third tool that you'll need for consistency is a content calendar. So whether you print it off of Google or just creating one in Docs, make sure that you have a calendar and pre-select the post topics. So what that can look like is for maybe week 1, on Monday you share a tip, on Wednesday you sell, and on Friday you share behind the scenes. But make sure you do it for the whole calendar. That way you know exactly what you're gonna post every single day. I'm giving you the secret weapon I give my coaching clients who struggle with consistency and knowing what to say on Instagram. So in order to get full access to the 9-point grid, sign up for my coaching sessions or private trainings. And don't forget to put in the comments if you post on the fly or if you schedule your content out in advance.